You know, we've been sitting here waiting patiently for you. I would not dare start without you. I'd like to call the October Board of Legislature meeting to order. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, and then we'll have a moment of reflection and or silence, especially for the victims of Las Vegas. Thank you very much. What's that? You aren't done? We'll wait for you. Hold on. This is not going to end. Just a minute. I am trying not to take them. Okay, where are we at here? Roll call of members.
Legislator Johnson. Nabawanik.
Here.
Ferris.
Here.
Maxson.
Here.
Fitzpatrick. Hadset. Doldo. McBride.
Here.
Reed.
Here.
Jarrow.
Here.
Drake.
Here.
Gray.
Here.
12 present.
Okay. Privilege of the floor. Anybody would like to address? Any of the department heads want to get up and say hi? So, okay. Oh my God, kid's gonna kill me. Jeez, this phone's not stopping ringing. Rings in my ears. Reading of the minutes last session. Anybody request that? Any additions, deletions, or corrections? Then they'll stand as presented. Presentation, petitions, notice, and communications.
We only have one item to report this evening. We have on file for the legislators' review the New York State Association of Counties Fall Conference resolutions approved by the membership about 2 weeks ago. Anybody want to look at it? One and one. And that's it.
Reports of standing committees.
The report of the Finance and Rules Committee reporting favorably on resolutions number 177, 178, 179, 183, 184, 185, 186, and 189. We also have a report from the Finance and Rules Committee recommending approval of legislator expenses.
Reports of county officers and others.
We have a report from the county treasurer on investments in cash on hand, and we also have a report from the county administrator relative to budget transfers for last month. And finally, we also have this time around a report of the county auditor for erroneous assessments.
Okay, local law resolutions and motions. Resolution number 170.
Resolution of the Board of Legislators of Jefferson County authorizing the issuance of the Jefferson County Civic Facility Development Corporation of up to $99 million aggregate principal amount tax-exempt revenue bonds for Samaritan Medical Center, Series 2017, in accordance with Section 147F of the Internal Revenue Code of 1986, as amended, in connection with certain projects as described herein.
Discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote, please.
Legislator McBride? Johnson?
Yes.
Jarrow? Yes. Doldo? Hadset? Reed? Yes. Drake? Nabawanik?
Yes.
Fitzpatrick? Maxson?
Yes.
Ferris?
Yes.
Gray?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Resolution 171.
Payment of legislator expenses.
Discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, aye? Opposed? Carried. 172.
Setting time and place for public hearing on the tentative budget for fiscal year 2018.
Discussion? None? All in favor, aye? Opposed? Carried. 173.
Amending the 2017 county budget in relation to employment and training department.
Discussion? None? Roll call vote.
Legislator Fitzpatrick? McBride? Yabawanik? Doldo? Jarrow? Adsit? Maxon? Drake? Ferris? Johnson? Reed? Gray?
Yes. Peck?
Motion carries.
Peck.
Yes.
I said Peck. You're going to, are you voting? 173? Okay. Any discussion? Yes, we were having it when you were walking through the door. 174.
Authorizing appointment to the Jefferson Lewis Workforce Development Board.
Discussion? None? All in favor, aye? Opposed? Carried. 175.
Authorizing memorandum of understanding in relation to the delivery of services in the Jefferson Lewis workforce area.
Discussion? None? All in favor, aye? Opposed? Carried. 176.
Amending the 2017 county budget relative to the capital project and debt service.
Discussion? None? Roll call vote.
Legislator Adsit. McBride? Ferris? Jarrow? Johnson? Peck? Nebewanik? Doldo? Maxon? Drake? Reed? Fitzpatrick? Gray?
Yes.
Motion carries.
177.
Accepting donation on behalf of the Watertown International Airport and amending the 2017 county budget.
Discussion? None? Roll call vote.
Legislator Adsit? Maxon? Fitzpatrick? Drake? Jarrow? Ferris? Johnson? Nebewanik? Reed? Doldo? McBride? Peck? Gray?
Yes.
Motion carries.
178.
Amending the 2017 county budget to recognize insurance recovery and allocating same in the building and grounds department budget.
Discussion? None? Roll call vote.
Legislator Maxon? Fitzpatrick? Jarrow? Ferris? Drake? Peck? Reed? Doldo? McBride? Johnson? Adsit? Nebewanik? Gray?
Yes.
Motion carries.
179.
Amending the 2017 county budget in relation to lighting improvement at the county office building.
Discussion? None? Roll call vote.
Legislator Peck? Adsit? Reed? Drake? Ferris? Fitzpatrick? McBride? Jarrow? Johnson? Maxon? Nebewanik? Doldo? Gray?
Yes.
Motion carries.
180.
Authorizing agreement in relation to the state alternatives to incarceration program funding.
Discussion? None? All in favor, aye? Opposed? Carried. 181.
Authorizing agreements in relation to juvenile secure detention and supervision and treatment services for juvenile programs.
Discussion? None? All in favor, aye? Opposed? Carried. 182.
Authorize renewal agreement with the New York State Unified Court System of provision of court security services by Jefferson County.
Discussion? None? All in favor, aye? Opposed? Carried. 183.
Accepting donation for the Sheriff's Department K-9 Union and amending the 2017 county budget in relation thereto.
Discussion? None? Roll call vote.
Legislator Reed? Drake? Jarrow? Johnson? Doldo? Fitzpatrick? McBride? Ferris? Adsit? Nebewanik? Peck? Maxon? Gray?
Yes.
Motion carries.
184.
Amending the 2017 county budget to recognize insurance recovery and allocating same in the Sheriff's Department budget.
Discussion? None? A roll call vote?
Legislator Johnson? Nebewanik? Ferris? Adsit? Drake? Maxon? Peck? Fitzpatrick? Doldo? McBride? Reed? Jarrow? Gray?
Yes.
Motion carries.
185.
Amending the 2017 county budget in relation to law enforcement.
Discussion? None? Roll call vote?
Legislator Drake? Jarrow? Maxon? McBride? Ferris? Reed? Adsit? Nebewanik? Johnson? Fitzpatrick? Peck? Doldo? Gray?
Yes.
Motion carries.
186.
Authorizing agreements for the Governor's Traffic Safety Committee Stop DWI Crackdown Enforcement Grant and amending the 2017 county budget in relation thereto.
Discussion? What's that? Okay. Roll call vote, please.
Legislator Adsit. Maxon? McBride? Ferris? Jarrow? Drake? Peck? Nebewanik? Johnson? Reed? Doldo? Fitzpatrick? Gray?
Yes.
Motion carries.
187.
Authorizing agreement for provision of services to elderly of Jefferson County.
Discussion? None? All in favor, aye? Opposed? Carried. 188.
Appointing member to the Jefferson County Office for Aging Advisory Board.
Discussion? None? All in favor, aye? Opposed? Carried. 189.
Amending the 2017 county budget in relation to the North Country Initiative Delivery System Reform Incentive Program and the Stop DWI funds and authorizing amended agreements.
Discussion? None? Roll call vote?
Legislator Peck? Maxon? Reed? Nebewanik? Johnson? McBride? Ferris? Adsit? Fitzpatrick? Drake? Doldo? Jarrow? Gray?
Yes.
Motion carries.
190.
Authorizing agreement with the Governor's Traffic Safety Committee in relation to the New York State Highway Safety Program grant.
Discussion? None? All in favor, aye? Opposed? Carried. Next, I'll entertain a motion and a second, if you will, to waive the appropriate standing rules for the addition of a separate resolution for this evening, an additional resolution for this evening that has not gone through committee. Be Mr. Ferris for a motion, second. Mr. Johnson, all in favor on waiving the rules? Opposed? Carried. Okay, we'll have a motion on resolution 191.
Recognizing negative impacts proposed wind turbine projects will have on Fort Drum and the surrounding North Country region.
Helps if we read it first before I call for a motion. May I have a motion, please? Mr. Johnson, second, Mr. Drake. Any discussion? Yes, Mr. Maxon.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Give me just a moment. Legislator Drake seconded that. I'd like my book to be complete. I like that we have the opportunity to have discussion. I think it's important. Are we discussing the motion at the moment? That's what I would like to do. We're not discussing the resolution, not a motion, incidental. I don't want to blow my speech on the wrong thing. So I think I have a...
Do you have two speeches?
No, just the one.
Oh,
That's
okay.
why I wanted to
Well,
make sure.
Just give it. Just give it.
I'm using it on the resolution and not a motion. So I think I have a pretty good record of opposing government handouts to wind turbine farms, industrial wind turbines, because I'm all about economic freedom more than I am government picking winners and losers. And I think there are just three quick points I wanted to pull out from the resolution. Number one, our first paragraph, it has become the policy of New York State and the federal government to pick winners and losers in the marketplace. And I think that it's nice that we acknowledge it. I just wish that we were able to do more to stop those government agencies from picking winners and losers, because it's wildly inappropriate. Second, paragraph 13, really our second operative clause. We state that we add our support to proposed legislation at both the federal and state that seek to establish a radius surrounding military installations that limits construction of wind turbines. I have a problem with that. This is an exercise of police power. This is the government using its due power to really strip economic rights away from people. People have property, they have the right to develop that property in the way they see fit, and for us to ask the state and the federal government to strip our citizens of what is their right to produce wind turbines or whatever it is, we're stripping them of those rights, and those rights have monetary value. When we exercise police power, it's non-compensable. They're not being paid even though we're stealing their rights. Now, at the same time, as I said, I have opposed government handouts in the form of pilot agreements that discount the amount that they ought to pay for taxes. And restricting benefits in the form of tax credit is not the same thing as stealing people's rights. The last thing that I want to say, the very next paragraph, paragraph 14, we're looking for federal legislation that creates a DOD siting clearinghouse that will determine whether or not a significant hazard is created by a proposed wind turbine. Our board is about to ask the federal government to create an unelected bureaucracy that is going to tell our citizens what they can and can't do simply because we have good neighbors. Fort Drum is a good neighbor in our backyard. For these reasons, because we are asking the federal government for an unelected bureaucracy, because we are exercising our police power to strip rights, I oppose the resolution.
So just out of clarity, we're not asking them, okay, we could be splitting hairs here. We are more or less endorsing the movements. There's movements both on the state and federal level. And if you note, earlier we say 40 miles, and then we actually took that out. I think it said 40 miles in the latter part of it. I actually removed that because that is yet to be determined, and Fort Drum wanted some different number in there, and I said, well, first of all, you just can't pick numbers out of the air. So we have to, we're endorsing proposed legislation both at the state level and the federal level. Now, you may not agree with that legislation. We're not asking them to do it. We're simply endorsing it. The DOD siting clearinghouse is in the Defense Department budget that is proposed by McCain on the Senate side, and it's also on the House side too. So it's in both DOD budgets at the federal level. So, and again, that's just simply, they will determine whether it's a safety issue. And we're simply not asking for the creation of that, which is the way you phrased it. We're simply endorsing that for the safety of people, for the protection of Fort Drum in terms of the readiness and the mission that they're under. So, you know, and if you're finished.
I am, although I would say I do support the federal and state legislation that would not allow industrial wind development to receive federal or state production tax credits or income tax credits. Any credits, absolutely. But the creation of a DOD board that's going to say, in Jefferson County, New York, you can and can't do this, that I oppose.
Yep, totally understandable. So, you know,
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else? Yes, Mr. Jarrell.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I think Mr. Maxson brings up some good points, and that we need to be very careful on this type of resolution. I obviously want to be able to protect Fort Drum, And I think we are in a situation right now where nobody has really informed me, at least, that the wind turbines were a potential problem for Fort Drum, and that they're already experiencing that problem. It was the Montague and Tug Hill sites. So I think that this resolution is very specific to wind farms. Allows me to support it. Although I do take Mr. Maxon's points very thoughtfully, and we'd have to be very, very careful when we do this type of thing. We don't want the federal government or the state government telling our property owners what they can and cannot do on their own property. We don't want to tell them that, and we don't want the federal state government doing it either. Especially, like Mr. Maxon said, a board of unelected officials. So I can support this, but it is something that we have to be very conscious of, I think. So thank you.
Points well taken. Anybody else? Done? Don't leave it be. All in favor, aye? Aye. Opposed? One. That concludes the resolutions for this evening. Is there any other old business, new business, any type of business that's come in front of us this evening? None? Motion to adjourn. Mr. Maxon, second. Mr. Ferris, all in favor?